we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Mr. President, honored guests, on behalf of the graduates, faculty, and staff of the Akerley campus of the Nova Scotia Community College, I want to offer a warm welcome to family, friends, and special guests joining us here today, along with those tuning in around the world through our live stream. Thank you for being part of this special day as we celebrate the class of 2018. My name is Kit Gillings, and I am the principal of Akerley campus. As we begin this convocation, I would like to acknowledge that we are in traditional Mi'kmaq territory. My special thanks to our elder in residence, Gary Joseph, and Charlie Levi, lead singer and drum keeper of the Moose Crossing Drum from Elsipogtog First Nation, for drumming us in, and of course to Haley McLeod for leading us in our national anthem. Each year, our campus welcomes new faces, some anxious, but all eager and filled with an infectious enthusiasm. By the time I see those same faces cross our stage at Convocation, I see that same enthusiasm, but the nervousness is gone, and in its place, a newfound confidence. That transformation makes this day extremely rewarding for the whole college community. And so on behalf of the campus team, I want you to know that it was a privilege for us to share your journey. We're so proud of you all. And now I have the honor of introducing our platform guests. Please hold your applause until they've all been introduced. So starting with Andrew Stevens, Academic Chair, School of Business. Dr. Robert Summerby Murray, President of St. Mary's University. Dr. J. Colin Dodds, Honorary Diploma recipient. Don Brewer, the President of NSCC. Mike Bryan, Chair of the Board of Governors. Anna Burke, Vice President Academic. Catherine McLean, Vice President Campuses and Communities. Rosalind Penfound, Vice President Organizational Development. Jill Provo, Dean, School of Access and Flexible Learning. Greg Russell, Dean of the School of Business. Elizabeth Yo, Director, Student Services. Christine Arsenault, Director, Enrollment and Registrar. Shauna Jones, Assistant Registrar. Lisa McDougall, Manager of Student Services. And Jessica Palmquist, Academic Chair, School of Access. Our amazing faculty and staff at Akerley campus and colleagues province-wide have all had a role in supporting your path to graduation, and to them I say a heartfelt thank you. Therefore, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask all of my campus colleagues to please stand and be acknowledged. I'd also like to acknowledge our student leadership on campus, and so I'd ask our Student Associate President, Jessica Gillis, please to stand and be acknowledged. And so now at this time, I want to tell you about my friend and colleague, Marvin States. Many of you have met Marvin in the cafeteria, helping you compost and recycle appropriately. Marvin has made a huge contribution to sustainability at the campus, but also to building positive relationships and community. In 2015, at the age of 56, Marvin enrolled in the African Canadian Transition Program. After a 30-year career with the railway, he decided to pursue his lifelong dream of getting his grade 12. As Marvin says, "I dropped out in grade 7 because it was hard to focus. I didn't realize I had dyslexia. I found that out when I came to Akerley. I'd always struggled with reading and writing, and coming back to school was a daunting task. What I found when I got here, however, was a community of support and love. NSCC has helped me develop and find my passion for supporting young people and offering them assistance in navigating some of life's hardships. Marvin has been dedicated in the pursuit of his own dreams, but also in helping others uncover their own path and purpose in life. Marvin has been a rock to many of his classmates, often found quietly talking to others when they were having a tough day. Marvin's main wish in life is for everyone to take the time to understand and care for each other, and he feels strongly that this is what he experienced at Akerley campus. So like Marvin, it's ultimately thanks to the strengths each of you has found within yourselves to balance competing priorities that means you can now say, I did it. Whether caring for family, holding down a job, or overcoming health challenges, you have still managed to meet deadlines, stay on top of your workload, and make it through those late nights studying. As our president, Don Bureau, has often said, community is at the heart of community college, and Akerley is a special community. We meet challenges by working as a supportive family, and it makes the successes we experience at the end of each academic year that much more special. And so, my congratulations to the class of 2018. You've accomplished so much and should be so proud. Please know that all of your college family here on stage and in the audience are so very thrilled to see you shine today. And we're also so glad that so many guests have taken the time to support you. And so now it is my pleasure to introduce our president, Don Bureau.
Thank you, Kit, and good morning, everybody. As Kit just mentioned, my name is Don Bureau, and it's truly an honor for me to address the graduating class of 2018. In a few minutes, I'll have the privilege of presenting to you, our graduates, with your certificate or your diploma. But before I do, I want to share a few words with you on the topic of impact, and in particular, the importance of having a positive impact on others. I'm going to begin by sharing a very humbling story with you. You see, a few years ago when I first became president, I attended a very large international education conference in the US with thousands of delegates from around the world. And on the first morning of the conference, I went to have breakfast in a large ballroom that was full of hundreds of tables with beautiful white tablecloths on the tables. And each table had 8 seats. Well, I got my breakfast in the buffet, and I went in and I sat at an empty table. And as I was enjoying my breakfast, a gentleman came and asked if he could join me at my table. I said, absolutely. And as he sat directly across from me, I noticed that his zipper was down. Well, for the next few minutes, I really struggled as to what I should say. He was a complete stranger, and I wasn't quite sure how to address this particular topic. And as I was pondering my next move, others began to join us at our table, and it was now certainly not appropriate for me to shout across the table about his situation. So I thought I lost my chance to help this poor man out when I came up with what I thought was a brilliant idea. I said to myself I would write him a little note to tell him the situation. But I quickly realized while I had a pen, I didn't have any paper. And then I came up with another great idea, because around my neck, I had a name tag in a small plastic holder. So very quietly and discreetly, where no one could see what I was doing, below the table on my lap, I removed my name tag, and on my lap, I wrote in big letters, "Your zipper is down." I folded it, and I asked the person beside me to hand the note across to that gentleman. He received the note, he opened it, he gave me a very quiet nod of appreciation, corrected his situation, and passed the note back. And me trying to be discreet, not letting anyone know what I was doing, I took the note under the table and I put it back into the name tag. Just wait for it, okay? Well, I sat there thinking that I was probably the best person in the world. I said, wow, I just saved this poor man, I'm sure, hours and hours of embarrassment. Well, after breakfast, there was a networking session before the first keynote speaker was to begin. So for that half hour, I was feeling that I was very confident, and again, feeling pretty proud of myself. I went up to people and I would introduce myself to a person. Good morning, I'm Don Bureau. And as soon as they shook my hand, they took a quick look at me and they'd walk away. And this happened over and over and over again. And I was thinking to myself, people at this conference are certainly not very friendly. Before the first keynote speaker was to begin, I went into the men's room. As I looked at myself in the mirror, that's right, I had put my name tag in backwards. And for the past half hour, I was telling everybody at the conference that their zipper was down. Well, all I wanted to do was to go back to my hotel room and hide. In fact, I wanted to hop on an airplane and come back to Nova Scotia. But I knew I couldn't do that, so totally and completely embarrassed, I went to the first keynote speaker. With my head down, I sat at the back of the room in the corner with my name tag in my pocket. Well, the first speaker of that conference was a wounded veteran from the Afghanistan war. He had lost a leg, he had lost a hand, and he became blinded as a result of his military vehicle striking a landmine. He was a very, very inspirational speaker. And his topic on that morning was on the topic of having a positive impact on others. In fact, he explained how his life work was now focused on helping others. And as part of his speech, he said, by the time you finish grade primary, you'll already know many of the things that you'll need to be successful in life and to have a positive impact on others. He said, you'll know how to share, how to be kind, how to use your imagination, and not to take yourself too seriously. Well, as I listened to the stories of this hero's work in helping others, I became embarrassed for myself for a whole different reason. In fact, I became angry at myself because that morning I forgot one of the golden rules of always taking your work seriously, but never yourself. So I put my name tag back on around my neck, and I held my head high for the rest of that conference. And you know, I was recently reminded of this story as I had the opportunity to meet a Canadian hero, an individual who embodies many of these learnings. You see, this past year, the Nova Scotia Community College was selected to be only the second college in Canada to partner with the Rick Hansen Foundation in providing critical training. And many of you would know that Rick Hansen was born in British Columbia, and as a young, able-bodied athlete, he had won all-star awards in 5 sports. However, when Rick was 15 years old, he was hitchhiking one afternoon with a friend, and an individual picked him up in a half-ton truck and asked Rick and his friend to hop in the back of the truck. He would take them where they wanted to go. But 5 minutes later, that truck was involved in a very serious car accident, and Rick was thrown from the back of the truck, and he was paralyzed from the waist down. But this adversity did not hold Rick back because, you see, he became the first student in a wheelchair to graduate from the University of British Columbia with a degree in physical education. And he went on to be a Paralympic athlete, winning 6 medals. In 1985, Rick embarked on his Man in Motion World Tour from Vancouver, where over a period of 26 months, he wheelchaired more than 40,000 kilometers through 34 countries before crossing Canada. And as he trekked through many of the poor countries of the world, he was truly inspired to continue to help people out and have a positive impact on those that he met. Because in some of these countries, the definition of a wheelchair is a piece of plywood with skateboard wheels attached to the bottom, upon which people must pull themselves around. He returned to Vancouver after raising $26 million for spinal cord research. And like Terry Fox, Rick is hailed as an international hero as he has had a positive impact on thousands and thousands of people. And to be selected as only the second college in Canada to partner with Rick's Foundation to provide this critical training is vitally important to the Nova Scotia Community College. Because at our core, we strive to be an accessible college as a way to help students overcome all types of adversity. And as an accessible college, our incredible faculty and staff work hard each and every day to meet our learners where they are and to help reduce barriers to success. So to that end, we launched a campaign a couple of years ago to raise $25 million to help our students overcome barriers. And I'm very proud to say that to date, we have raised over $24 million. Yes, thank you. And a key group of contributors to that success has been you, our graduates, because your student associations have committed to $500,000 as a contribution to this campaign over the next 5 years. And I think that deserves another big applause. So graduates, please know that your very generous legacy gift will make a significant difference in the lives of those students who come behind you for many years to come by making their education more accessible. And as we look to the future, our ask of you is simple. Please never stop using your many gifts and your education to have a positive impact on others, especially those facing adversity in any form as they try to access a better life. As they think about being kind and helping others, graduates, whether they're family, friends, or other important individuals in your lives, there are people joining us today who have had a significant impact on you during your time here at NSCC. So graduates, I have one final assignment for you. I want you to think for a moment of that person or persons who are joining us today for whom you have great appreciation and who's had a positive impact during your studies. And I want you to think of that person because we have a tradition at the college, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to stand as you can, and please give a wave to somebody in the audience as a way to say thank you for the positive impact that they've had on your lives. So as you're able, would you please now stand and give a wave of appreciation to somebody in the audience? Congratulations, graduates of 2018. You have now finished your final assignment and you now are able to graduate. Congratulations. And before I conclude, there's one other important group of individuals joining us this morning that I want to recognize. For decades, our alumni have been driven by a passion to find ways to have a positive impact in their communities and have made better lives more accessible to those around them. So I want to acknowledge our alumni who are joining us this morning. If you are a past graduate of NSCC or of any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? So in conclusion, graduates, I want you to promise me that after walking across this stage this morning, that you'll commit to the following. First, if you ever use your name tag to tell someone that their zipper is down, put it in the right way when you return it. Number one. Number two, please never take yourself too seriously as you pay forward the many gifts and abilities that you have to help others. And third, please be very, very proud of the positive impact that you will have on future students for years to come. Again, congratulations. Thank you for choosing NSCC. And in a phrase, you simply rock. Great job.
So family, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests, in just a few moments we will present our graduates with their diplomas and certificates. Before we do so, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the recipient of the highest recognition the college bestows on a citizen, the NSCC Honorary Diploma. An honorary diploma recognizes outstanding leadership and service to our community. It is reserved for those who, through their own innovation and commitment, have contributed to the quality of life in Nova Scotia. In every aspect, this year's honorary diploma recipient is an outstanding candidate for such recognition. Today, on behalf of the School of Access and Akerley campus, it will be our privilege to present Dr. J. Colin Dodds with an honorary diploma. Dr. Dodds is best known recently as the 33rd President Emeritus of St. Mary's University. However, his contributions to the post-secondary educational sector span more than 4 decades. Born and educated in the United Kingdom, Dr. Dodds immigrated to Canada in 1982. He joined St. Mary's University first as a professor of finance and went on to serve as departmental chair, dean of the Sobey School of Business, and the vice president of academic and research, prior to becoming president and vice chancellor in 2000. Regardless of title, Dr. Dodds continued to find his way back to the classroom. While president, he continued to teach international finance to graduate students, and he also added to the extensive record of academic publications and conference papers. As a former chair of the Council of Nova Scotia University Presidents, or CONSUP, Dr. Dodds was a staunch advocate for increasing collaboration and cooperation among Nova Scotia's universities and NSCC, including wholly embracing the integrated learning concept of combining college and university. It is through his championing and encouragement that the collaborative era experienced in Nova Scotia's post-secondary educational sphere began to flourish. In 2014, Dr. Dodds was awarded the Lieutenant Governor's Medal for Excellence in Public Administration in Nova Scotia and the Queen Elizabeth II Golden Jubilee and Diamond Jubilee medals. At this time, Dr. Dodds was further recognized for his efforts to improve the immigration stream for international students in the province and his significant contributions to the post-secondary education system in Nova Scotia as a whole. And therefore today, it is our pleasure to present Dr. J. Colin Dodds with the college's highest award, an honorary diploma. I now call on Mike Bryan, Chair of the Board of Governors, to present the honorary diploma.
Mr. President, platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff of the Akerley campus, Nova Scotia Community College, and more particularly, congratulations this morning to the graduating students of 2018. I want to thank the board of the college for recognizing me today with an honorary diploma. This is very special to my family and myself, given our roots in the community college system, albeit in the UK. What my bio doesn't show is that straight out of university with an undergraduate degree and with dreams of being a disc jockey on an offshore pirate radio station, yeah, that dates me, I started my teaching career on a part-time basis in a community college in the UK. And to help pay for my tuition for graduate school, I was teaching, and that's where I met my wife, Carol, who's sitting right at the back there. She was a librarian at the college, and now is an educator in her own right. And that's where I learned so much about the power of education and how much I really did not know about the subjects that I thought I knew so fresh out of university. So this period in my life kindled a lifelong passion for education and set me on the course to where I am today. Yes, I'm still a music lover, and with the return of vinyl, I may still have a chance to share that dream. Although pirate radio stations are a thing of the past. So following graduate studies and holding a research fellowship, my commitment to outreach and lifelong learning from those community college days led me to teach day release students from the mining industry at the Extension Department of my university. And I've continued that outreach of teaching over my time in Halifax. And indeed, I know this lecture theatre well, because I used to teach evening classes, intro business classes here at Mount St. Vincent in the 90s. So it's another return home, as it were. But another reason why to be honored by NSCC is so very special is the fact that this convocation is graduating students from the Akerley campus. And as you heard, back in the 1990s, Akerley College, as it was then known, joined with St. Mary's University in a landmark 2+2 articulation agreement prior to the establishment of NSCC. Since those early days, I've seen the campuses of NSCC expand in numbers and stature with new programs, innovative training, research partnerships with industry and universities, and the President just referred to that partnership this morning. So significant community outreach and international outreach. So I was so pleased that in my role with the Council of Nova Scotia University Presidents, we were able to build a mutual and strong linkage with NSCC. So congratulations to the NSCC community on what has been achieved. And with the graduates of 2018, this augurs well for the future prosperity of Nova Scotia. So graduates, in the short time I have, and I've already used some of it up, I'm expected to provide you with some advice as you embark on the next stage of your career and life. A tall order, as I have to confess, I cannot recall a single message from the speeches at my graduation ceremonies. But if I can modify the wise words of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's speaking advice of 3 B's just to 2, I intend to be brief and then be seated. So let me start off with one key word: change. We're all facing an exciting, dynamic, but challenging and increasingly globally competitive world, where we're told that with robotics and artificial intelligence, 40% of the jobs today will disappear. Well, I can tell you, I can recall hearing something similar to that when I was your age. With the onset of computers and potentially with a 3-day week, we were told we should be planning for what we're going to do with our leisure time. Well, where did that go? Yes, there will be many changes, and just look at the recent technological advances. But graduates, you've succeeded in achieving something that will allow you to both combat the changes and be agents of change yourselves. And that's the education you've received here at the college. You have a set of skills and competencies for the workplace of today, but also into the future. And your diplomas will attest to that. But be open to the need to adapt and for life through learning, to upgrade your skills and to be globally aware of different cultures, languages, and the economies of other countries. So you can adapt to the world of tomorrow and its many opportunities. Volunteer in your communities and reach out to be a mentor to someone looking for guidance. Another skill you may need is how to cope when your career path takes a hit or a bump. My own career may appear to be in very plain sailing, and I choose that metaphor given our proximity to the ocean, as we all know its beauty and respect its power. And it was the ocean that drew Carol and myself and family to Halifax and then to stay. But I've had many disappointments over my own career. But we have a moral compass set by our families and friends to assist us. You will perhaps have hit some bumps in your studies already, and the path may not have been easy, and sacrifices made. And there will be more bumps in the future. So just as mariners are guided by their ship's compass, it is the compass embedded in you that you should follow, as it will determine who you are as a person and how you cope with those disappointments and perhaps failures. Do not forget your roots. We've never forgotten ours from our community college days and the communities we grew up in. So in closing, I want to acknowledge the work of the faculty, staff, and administration of NSCC who've contributed to your successful graduation, and to the parents and friends and family members and supporters in the audience who've supported you through your studies. Graduates, I want to thank you for sharing your graduation ceremony with me. You and I are now part of a large network of alumni from the college that is increasingly international. So today belongs to you. Stay in touch with your fellow graduates and with the college. You've earned your diplomas, and all the best in the future. And try and remember these few rhyming words from St. Jerome of over 1,600 years ago, as they may assist you on your own voyage of career and life in such a dynamic and changing world. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till good is better and your better is best. Congratulations again, and thank you for the honor.
Good morning. My name is Andrew Stevens, Academic Chair for the School of Business. We now come to the highlight of the ceremony, the presentation of certificates and diplomas. Out of respect for our graduates, we ask that you remain in your seats until all credentials have been presented. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Business. Before I present the first graduate, it is our custom to invite faculty members who have taught our graduates to join us on the stage to congratulate their students as each program is presented. Candidates for the Certificate of Baking and Pastry Art. Alice Bennett. Rose Burgess with honors. Kendra Clayton with honors. Margaret Donnells. Maria Jennings with honors. Elaine Jennings. Peju Jean with honors. Veronica Mastenbrook with honors. Dale McDonald. Derica Millier with honors. Rebecca Parnell. Invited guests, it is a tradition at Nova Scotia Community College that when a faculty or staff person has a family member graduating, we offer him or her the opportunity to participate in the ceremony and present the credential. Stephen Rand joins us now to present his son with a certificate in baking and pastry art. Jacob Rand with honors. Lynn Sweeney. Sydney White. Mr. President, the graduates in the Certificate of Baking and Pastry Art. For the information of the audience, those students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be with us today are automatically admitted to their respective certificates or diplomas. Mr. President, the graduates in the Certificate of Boulanger and Baking Art. Magdalene Brand. Nina Brostowski with honors. Hedeza Calderon Carmona. Nicholas Chapman. Devin Clark with honors. Martin Fournier. Matthew Groundwater. Julie Holt. David Jarvis with honors. Isabel Lalonde with honors. Chitrang Nayar. Gregory Piker. Mr. President, the graduates in the Certificate of Boulanger and Baking Art. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate of Cooking Skills. Samisha Dominique with honors. Mr. President, the graduates in the Certificate of Cooking Skills. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma of Culinary Arts, Oyinlola Agbula. Brenda Beals. Kelly Jo Beck with honors. Rebecca Cripps. Crystal Cutting. Congratulations. Emma Dion with honors. Robert Dove. Wendy Ettinger with honors. Isaac Fay. Ashley Flanagan. Bradley George. Jonathan Gill. Devin Grant. Damian Horn. Olivia Knockwood Singer. Michelle LeBlanc with honors. Kaylee LeBlanc. Kelly McKinnon. Nicholas Mallows. Anastasia Patry. Alex Pearson. Jordan Penny. Rachel Penny. Hyoli Sun. Matthew Spicer. Ben Theriault. Soa Wang. Ian Wilson. Josie Wood. Tianchen Xu. Cole Zambalin. Mr. President, the graduates in the Diploma of Culinary Arts. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma of Tourism Management. Michaela Adshead. Mohammed Al-Masalma with honors. Paige Antonick with honors. Kate Billard. Victoria Chafe. Joan Collette. Evan Conlon. Amber Conrad with honors. Patrick Conrad. Laura Cotro with honors. Jermaine Cromwell. Allison Degushi. Shelby Hallam. Peter Radisky with honors. Michaela Mon. Dean Palmer. Patrick Smith. Kayla Sutton with honors. Mohammed Rafae. Krista Thompson. Lacey Thompson with honors. Mr. President, the graduates in the Diploma of Tourism Management. Mr. President and invited guests, the graduates from the School of Business.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Palmquist, Academic Chair for the School of Access. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all of the requirements for credentials in the School of Access. Candidates for the Certificate of Accomplishment, Achieve. Manor Amandani. Jason Bootlier. Matthew Casey. Ize Esti. Mayanna Gunter. Yasmina Hesham. Annette Patey joins us now to present her nephew with the Certificate of Accomplishment, Achieve. Mackenzie John Jason. Ryan Leslie. Bria Joyce Macbeth McLaughlin. Elise McIntyre. Matthew Osborne. Madhurima Pasumarti. Adam Shute. David Tong. Stephanie Way. Mr. President, the graduates and Certificate of Accomplishment achieved. Mr. President, the candidates for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Ala Almasalma. Matthew Abe. Robert Bernier. Charisse Besson. Katie Bootlier. Colleen Brandon. Nathaniel Brown. Clifford Boudreau. Christiane Clayton. Melissa Conrad. Daniel Cook. Danielle Davidson. Christina DeWolf. Chelsea Eddy. Jessica Gillis. Justine Goulet. Edward Greek. Stephen Hall. Victoria Hanna. Patrick Harmon. Andy Hassan-Hindle. Deborah Irving. Ryan King. Holly Lillyman. Amanda McDonald. Dakota Mailman. Devin Kira Murphy. Fallon Ojak. Tammy Publicover. Brett Rockwell. Marvin States. Justin Skinner. Jesse Way. Tila White. Last one, okay. Jesse Zenhenko. Mr. President, the graduates in the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Mr. President and invited guests, the graduates for the School of Access. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2018 graduating class of Akerley Campus, Nova Scotia Community College.
Good morning. My name is Lisa McDougall, Manager of Student Services for Akerley Campus. Last week at our Student Success Celebration, all of the departmental and industry awards were presented to recipients who embody the spirit of excellence for which NSCC has become known. I would like to ask all the award-winning students to stand as you are able so that everyone here today can acknowledge your accomplishments. I now have the honor of presenting to you the major award recipients for the Akerley Campus Convocation 2018. These students have not only achieved academic distinction in their respective programs, but have contributed to the college, encouraged classmates, and assisted in their communities. They are truly an inspiration to everyone. I will ask the award winners and presenters to come forward as I announce the names. Please note that 2 of the 5 major awards will be presented in this afternoon's School of Trades and Technology ceremony. We now welcome Anna Burke, Vice President Academic, to come forward to present the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student who has achieved the highest academic standing in a college certificate program. The recipient is Devin Clark from the Boulanger and Baking Arts. We now welcome Mike Bryan, Chair of the Board of Governors, to come forward to present the Board of Governors Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. The recipient is Peter Hedrisky of the Tourism Management Program. The NSCC Alumni Rising Star Award is awarded to a graduating student who embodies the NSCC alumni tradition of excellence and ambassadorship, and whose extraordinary contributions have inspired a sense of community and pride on campus. Unfortunately, the recipient, Jaden Gugu from the Tourism Management Program, is unable to be here with us today. Jaden will receive his award at a later date. Mr. President, invited guests, the award winners for the Akerley campus, Nova Scotia Community College 2018. I now have the pleasure of introducing this year's valedictorian. David Jarvis was nominated as one of two of Akerley campus's valedictorians and was chosen to represent the 2018 class. David is graduating today from our Boulanger and Baking Arts program. As an international student, David describes his experience as welcoming and felt that everyone wanted him to succeed. David is looking forward to applying the skills he's learned to foster his career as a baker and hopes to settle in Canada with his family. Please welcome David Jarvis.
Good morning. Welcome to our graduates, honoured guests, faculty, staff, family and friends. First of all, I really want to offer my warmest congratulations to you all. You set yourself a target and you reached it. Well done. So I bet, like me at the moment, you're enjoying that fantastic warm feeling of satisfaction and pride, not just in yourself, but also coming from your family and friends, all those who are here. Never forget what that feels like. Now, all of us have probably had some tough times during our programs. You may have doubted yourself. Possibly you thought perhaps you wouldn't get through it. You may have seen some fellow classmates fall by the wayside, and you may have been sad about that. But then again, maybe not. You will have made some friends for life, but I suspect you've also met some people you hope never to see again. But hey, that's what life's about. Now, sometimes deciding to learn a new skill can be a bit of a risk, especially if, like me, it involved a major life change, uprooting family, moving continents, and living with a lot of uncertainty. It certainly provides motivation to succeed. I've always been told you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Well, patently that's wrong. And I was comforted by the fact that I've had many dogs in my life, and I've never taught a single one of them any tricks. As a self-confessed grumpy old fart, I was fairly convinced that I would be the oldest on my course. As it turns out, I wasn't the oldest, and I was most definitely not the grumpiest. But that's the beauty of a college like NSCC. It's a place that's home to such huge diversity, not just in terms of background, but in age, education, experience, and attitude. In fact, that diversity is encouraged through a natural acceptance that you're here to learn, whatever your reason for doing so. The tone was set for me on the first day I went to campus to be shown around the entire building by a wonderful student advisor. Sadly, I still get lost. I have to stick to the corridors I know. It's an age thing. That first day was an introduction to those smiling faces that I would continue to see throughout the campus for the entire course. The support is there whenever you need it. Believe me, when you've been away from school for 30 years, you need all the support you can get. The bottom line is that I always felt that everyone around me wanted me to succeed. Now that you guys have succeeded, it's important to remember that ultimately that piece of paper you worked so hard to get is not a life changer, it's a life starter. You have to take everything you've learned from your teachers, your classmates, your friends and family, and continue to grow and learn, to use it, to make the experience work for you. Now, I may only look 25 years old, but staggeringly, I've been working for the best part of 40 years, and here is the most important thing that I've learned along the way. If you don't have to, never settle for a life of dull existence. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are happy staying in their safe zone, doing the same job for life, doing the same things every week, not willing to learn, never looking to see what they're capable of. That was never for me, and I suspect not for most of you. It would make me desperately unhappy. So, if you find yourself doing something that makes you unhappy, stop doing it. Being happy in life is the most important thing you can strive for. A wise old man once said, never quote wise old men, so I won't. But I will offer this. Not everyone will agree, but I think you only get one knock at life, so you should do your utmost to make the best of it. And to use a baseball analogy, somewhere along the line, and probably quite unexpectedly, someone's going to throw you a wild one. Now, you choose to take a huge swing at it, or you can watch it sail merrily past. My advice, go huge. Give it everything. You may just connect, but if you don't try, you'll never know what would have happened, and you'll wonder for the rest of your life. Have confidence in yourself. As a very young man, I was a soldier in the British Army. Not a very good one, I should add. And I was told that because of my attitude, I'd never amount to anything, never have any responsibility, and would never be promoted to corporal. I left the army, and I worked hard at retraining myself, and 7 years later, I joined the Royal Air Force as an officer, a pretty good one. But just by being here, you've proven to everyone, especially yourselves, that you have that determination to succeed. Set yourself realistic and achievable targets. Not everyone wants to be a CEO or run their own business, especially me, but it's vital. You always remember that feeling of pride and satisfaction that you feel today, and try and have that feeling as often as you possibly can. Listen to advice. You don't have to take it, but listen anyway. It may not even appear relevant at the time, and here's an example. My mother told me that I should always put on clean underwear before I go out, in case I was involved in a terrible accident and had to go to hospital. For years, I was terrified of hospitals. And I got through a lot of underwear. I subsequently found out they actually check your blood pressure and not your underwear when you go to hospital. But the point my mum was making was that you should always go out feeling confident and have personal pride in yourself. So whatever the future does hold, it's entirely in your hands. Get out there and enjoy yourselves. Love life. You don't have to be the best. Just try your best. You don't have to be right all the time. Please, just don't be wrong all the time. Avoid negativity. Fight against it. Be the person that others trust and respect. I'm ready for that challenge, not for the first time, and I suspect you are too. So to finish, I would like to say again, congratulations, and to wish you all the very best of luck in whatever you choose to do, and please be happy. Thank you.
Stay here and I'll send you across.
Oh, so good, thank you.
All right? Okay.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, David, for your heartfelt and humorous valedictory address. I will call on our principal, Kit Gillings, to present the valedictorian award. So you go across it. There you go.
Graduates, after receiving your credential on stage, an alumni member presented you with your NSCC alumni pin. We hope from this moment forward you will wear it proudly, because today, when you shed your gown, your connection to NSCC does not end. Yesterday you were students, today you are graduates, forever you are NSCC alumni. And so this brings us to the end of today's convocation proceedings. I want to extend a special thank you to all the colleagues who contributed to making this convocation ceremony a truly special event. In fact, I think they deserve a round of applause. And so I invite everyone to join us for a reception immediately following the ceremony in the McCain Center lobby in the neighboring building. There is signage and greeters who will direct you as you make your way over. At the reception, you can use our alumni backdrop to take pictures with your graduates. Charm Diamond will have information on the NSCC ring, and you can return gowns. Outside the McCain entrance, you're invited to join Mr. Joseph and Mr. Levi for a closing drumming performance. During the recessional, the president will lead our stage guests, followed by faculty, and then graduates out of the auditorium. Now, please stand as you are able, and please remain standing at your seat until all the graduates have left the auditorium. Thank you very much.